How our IT team went from heroes to scapegoats overnight. Before the pandemic, I worked on a 13-person desktop support team. We were the on-site IT crew, the people who roamed the building fixing printers, replacing keyboards, and rescuing employees from whatever computer trouble they managed to find. It was a job that required being there in person. Then the world shut down. Practically overnight, our entire company went remote. Thousands of employees were sent home with little more than a laptop and a prayer. We had to figure out how to support them from a distance, how to distribute new equipment, and how to teach people who had never heard the word VPN how to use one. It was chaos, but we pulled it off. Through long days and creative problem solving, we managed to get nearly everyone online. Despite the supply chain delays, the confusing remote setups, and a lot of frustrated calls, we became the quiet heroes that kept the company running. After a few months, things stabilized. Our team switched to a hybrid schedule, 2 full days in the office and the rest working remotely. There were always a few of us on site for emergencies, and we rotated so nothing ever got missed. The system worked perfectly. Ticket queues stayed low, users were happy, and our productivity actually went up. We were proud of that. We had taken a nearly impossible situation and made it efficient. Even management couldn't stop praising us, but that didn't last. A few months later, higher-ups remembered a massive project that had been shelved right before the pandemic: lifecycle replacement. Basically, it's the process of replacing old computers company-wide. It's usually done in phases, but it had been completely paused when everyone went remote. Now that the company was slowly reopening, leadership decided it had to be finished as soon as possible. The problem was, there were still 2 huge issues. We weren't getting enough new computers to meet demand, and most employees still weren't coming into the office. You can't replace someone's workstation if they're working from their couch 2 states away. Instead of addressing that, management decided the real problem was us. They claimed that because we were hybrid, we weren't being proactive. So, without warning, a new policy was announced. Everyone on the desktop support team must be in the office, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, no exceptions. The entire team was stunned. After 2 years of proven success working hybrid, we were being told to give it up completely. The office was mostly empty, parking was expensive, and it made no sense to sit there waiting for calls that never came. We voiced our concerns to our supervisor, who arranged a meeting with the department manager. One coworker started, "Why are we being told to come back full-time when most of the company is still remote?" The manager replied, "With more people returning, we need full coverage." "But barely anyone's returning," another coworker said, "and we can't do replacements without equipment." The manager gave a tight smile. "These positions were always meant to be on site." I asked, "Will you and the supervisor be on site full-time too?" The answer was instant. "Our roles don't require that." I nodded. "Just so you know, we actually closed more tickets during hybrid work than we did before the pandemic." That's when the manager leaned back and said, "If you don't like it, there are plenty of other teams that work remote." That line stuck with me, and so I took their advice. Within 2 weeks, I found a new position in another department that matched my niche IT skills. The new supervisor was flexible, the team culture was great, and I was trusted to run my own projects. I transferred without hesitation. After I left, things started unraveling fast. The team had already dropped from 13 to 9 people during the pandemic. With me gone, that number fell to 8. Within a few months, 3 more left for remote positions elsewhere in the company. That left only 5 original members behind. Management scrambled to fill the gaps with interns, cheap and inexperienced. But there was one small problem. The new union contract clearly stated that interns couldn't perform the same duties as full-time union employees. That meant the interns could only do basic imaging work. They couldn't handle user requests or actual troubleshooting. The remaining team was overwhelmed. Tickets piled up faster than they could be resolved. Months later, I heard they still had open requests from June. The department that once prided itself on efficiency had become a mess of delays and frustration. Meanwhile, I was thriving in my new role. My projects ran smoothly, my schedule was my own, and I didn't have to pay for downtown parking just to sit in a half-empty building. Every so often, one of my old coworkers would message me and say, "You got out just in time," and honestly, they were right.